He says, dwelling in tents. By faith, he dwelt in the land of promise, as in a foreign country, dwelling in tents. Now, he emphasizes this. They're not permanent structures. They're temporary. They're mobile. You can pack up and leave very easily and take your house with you when you're dwelling in a tent. And the symbolism is all over this. As the writer will say, if you were to read through the section we read through this morning, verses 8 through 22, you would find his emphasis on the tents, that they were pilgrims passing through, but their trust was on God because this was not their homeland, and that comes through. And so he's doing, in this section, a verse-by-verse teaching from the Old Testament. Abraham was not at home here. He kept his distance, and that's how he kept his testimony. And when he compromised that just a little bit in Egypt, he paid. Lot, the man named Lot, his nephew, he did not live this way. In contrast, Lot settled down in Sodom, bought himself a house, and lost his family in the process. And what was not lost of his family was twisted in their thinking. You never hear the God of Lot, the God of Lot's children. Abraham remained mobile, unable to find a permanent spot. He just could not get comfortable in this world. This is to preach to us. It says to you, don't love this place. First off, you can't stay here. Secondly, I got a better place for you. And on you can develop that. And so he was a stranger who never felt at home here. His tent living said to the world, I'm not staying here. I'm passing through. His altars declared his citizenship in heaven. I worship up. And he'd leave his altar behind. Whereas the pagans of those days didn't understand that. You have to take your altar with you. Make it pretty. Make it elaborate. He was making the statement, I'm not the same. The God that I worship is not the God who you worship. This was the case with the Jews through history. All the way down to their diet was to say, we are not like everybody else because of our God. Not because there's something special about me. There's something special about God. And therefore, I share in that. And that is to be the case with Christians. And we fail so much there. Tents and altars, passing through and praising. John 17:16, they are not of the world, Jesus said concerning his followers, just as I am not of the world. Well, Abraham got that. He had gotten to his head. Do we get it? I think all of us get it who believe at one point or another. But Satan just wears on us. The enemy wears on us. In Daniel, it speaks of the Antichrist in the last days, that he will wear out the saints. And that's what he tries to do, just wear us out, wear us down. Through persecution or through temptation, through luxury. If you have it really good, you need to be asking God, what do I do with your goods? Because it's all yours.